Welcome to This Day. It is Thursday, October 10th. I'm Michael Taylor. Great to be here. Thursday already. The week's went a little slower for me. I actually thought it was Friday today for some reason, but it's a little slower. We got Thursday night football on tonight. I'm not sure who's playing. My team are the Rams. They're on a bye, so I don't pay attention, but I'll ask Cole Young. He knows all that stuff. As for today, what's on our show, we've got a pretty good one for you, too. We're going to get an update about the Golden Rain Foundation. They have a couple of vacancies open on their board and a couple other things they want to talk about. Juanita Skillman is going to be here telling us all about what's going on at the Golden Rain Foundation, so stay tuned for that one. Right now, though, we have a Stay Informed for you, and it's another one. It's a United Town Hall. They got a meeting coming up tomorrow, this Friday, October 11th. United Laguna Woods Mutual Board is inviting all United residents to their monthly town hall meeting. It's going to be 2 p.m. at the Performing Arts Center, Clubhouse 3, Room 2. Get over there, let people know off the board what's going on in your community, any concerns or questions you might have. It's a great opportunity to have more of an informal setting to talk to the board members instead of a council meeting where you're restricted on time and things like that. So get out there and make your voice heard. Let's take a look outside. We got some beautiful weather for the weekend coming up. It's going to be nice. We got the morning haze and clouds and fog that has been going on all week, and that's going to continue really for a while. But it's all going to burn off in the early afternoon, late morning, early afternoon to mostly sunny skies. So that's the pattern here. We've got a warm weekend, and then on Sunday we start a little bit of a cooling trend. It really starts to feel like fall on Sunday and Monday going into the rest of the week. So a couple warm temperatures for the weekend, and then we start cooling off. Should be nice. Let's take a look at our sunrise and our sunset while we're at it. The great photo here by Dave Southworth. Thanks for sending this one. It's over by Clubhouse 3. It looks super deserty. It was almost like a Palm Springs kind of shot, but it's right here in the village. Sunrise this morning was 6:52. Sunset tonight is going to be 6:22. The days are getting shorter. It was dark when I woke up this morning, so yeah, the days are getting shorter. I think November 2nd is when we turn the clocks back for fall, so that's coming up as well. All right, if you'd like to send us a picture, we'd love to use it. We love pictures of sunrise, sunset, pets, vacation places you've gone, whatever you got, send them in to us. Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com is the email address. And we'll make sure to include your name and where you took the picture, and we will use it on our sunrise, sunset segment. Okay, we got a few meetings to tell you about. Then when we come back, we'll be talking about the Golden Rain Foundation, latest things going on there. Stay with us.
Adapt to it, we strive to make the everyday tasks easier by providing our customers with the tools they need to be successful. We carefully explain the use and care of all of our equipment. Adapt to it has been in Laguna Woods for over 20 years, and we know that nothing in life stays constant. So we can help you adapt to all the changes in your life. Adapt to it sells and rents items and always delivers with a smile. Come in today to experience what we mean when we say, when you can't change it, adapt to it.
I heard that ugly 6-letter word, cancer, and I immediately felt lost.
Our team of women's cancer specialists help thousands of women like Naomi navigate and beat cancer.
I didn't want to be treated like a cancer patient, but like a human.
Our advanced imaging, targeted radiation, and minimally invasive surgeries offer positive outcomes that are beating national cancer survival rates.
I've reclaimed the most beautiful 4-letter word, life, because I had City of Hope on my side.
For 25 years, the Newport Beach Film Festival, one of the nation's most celebrated international film events, has become a pivotal stop on the awards circuit.
Hi, I'm Mark Bronson.
Kate Beckinsale.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Excited to be here at the Newport Beach Film Festival.
I'm in Newport Beach.
I'm in Newport Beach.
Welcome to Envision Eye Centers, conveniently located next to Laguna Woods. We offer cutting-edge technology that meets unsurpassed service.
You and your eyes are my priority. We will treat you with the utmost care and compassion.
Some might offer local exams, but they'll send you on a trek for surgery. Skip the unnecessary travel.
You can be confident that we will deliver the best outcome for your eyes.
Schedule your consultation today and see the world clearly. Call us or visit our website. No inconvenience, just expert care.
And welcome back to the program. We're here with Juanita Skillman, and she's the interim vice president.
No, the interim president.
Interim president, I'm sorry, interim
I
president.
moved up from vice president when they recalled our president.
This is unfortunate promotion involved in this one. Well, I want to welcome you to the program. And just so people, I like to kind of recap, for people who are new to the community and they have a homeowners association, the Golden Rain Foundation is different. Tell us a little bit about what the overarching goal of
Well, the big thing is that the Golden Rain Foundation is not a homeowners association. We are not an HOA. We have nothing to do with the housing here.
Right.
We are tasked by the trust as the trustee to oversee and manage all of the amenities and the services here in Laguna Woods Village. We are a corporation, and we adhere to Davis Sterling, and because we are a CID, but we are not a homeowners association, and people get us mixed up with the other mutuals.
Right. So if it's clubhouse things, if it's walkways, if it's the park areas, those are the things that you're overseeing, and those are open for everyone, and all the other amenities.
Your golf course, your tennis, your pickleball, all of those types, all of your clubs, all of those kinds of things through recreation. And it's kind of difficult because when this was set up 60 years ago, GRF was formed and given immense responsibility for all of these things, not just the amenities, of which we have so many here.
There are many.
But the services here, like security, all of these kinds of things that we do for and protecting the assets of the Laguna Woods Village. That's our responsibility.
Right.
But at the same time, we don't elect our own members. The corporate members elect the directors of the GRF. We don't write our own bylaws. So it's very difficult sometimes to put new things in as things change over 60 years. So here we are with immense responsibility and very little control.
Oh, well, that's going to be a tough segue into my next segment, which is you're looking for some folks to come on and replace some folks. What's going on there?
Yes, well, and we love Diane Phelps. She has been absolutely a fantastic member of VMS, which is our management company, and our management company's board of directors is made up with three from Third, three from GRF, and 3 are from United. And she's been our senior delegate for a number of years and chair of VMS. But she has some health problems and she is retiring. So we're going to have a special election to replace her for the remainder of her term. She has another year on her term. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. And it's kind of quick, but we just need to get somebody else in there because they're there. And then we will have regular elections in December for the rest of the board members, and we will have one more GRF seat available at that time. But we didn't want to wait. We wanted to get it in there.
It's kind of a special need, and we're going to get it in there real quick.
Yes.
Sure, understandable. Let's talk about corporate member meetings.
Oh, the bane of my existence. On Monday, we will be having a corporate members meeting to ratify the GRF proposal for the security building, replacement building. They call it Building E, they call it space planning. We've been working on this for over 5 years, 3 very actively. We've had meeting after meeting after meeting. We've heard from our residents, and now we have to take it because the way our laws, our rules are set up, anything over $500,000 has to be approved by the corporate members. And so we are presenting to the corporate members next Monday, GRF's plan to put in a replacement building for the security department. Now, they are in a rental building right now next to the community center here, and we feel they need their own building. And we're going to put up just a manufactured building, and it's not exactly a trailer, but it's not a brick and mortar either. and it will be for security only. And we will have the opportunity, because state law requires it right now, whenever you put up a new building, we need to put solar on it, and we will put solar on it. Security uses a lot of electricity.
Oh, sure,
They
sure.
need that, and so it's going to be a really good thing to be able to do that as well. That's going to help our electric bills go down. And the main thing I just want to notify all of our residents out there, this is an open meeting, but it is a corporate members meeting, and therefore only corporate members who are the members of your boards can speak or vote.
Okay.
So we're not going to have open member comments.
So not
when
gonna
we
be
say
comment
member
time
comments, it's corporate members only.
Okay.
So we have heard from the residents. Believe me, we have heard from you over and over and over again in open meetings and petitions and all of this good stuff. And that's what we're presenting in this
Right.
mill.
But the time for public comment has closed, and that's
Right.
just a procedural thing, and now it's time for the actual vote to occur.
Right. And as I said, we don't elect our own directors. So in November, Wednesday the 13th, we will elect 6 new directors, and we'll have our organizational meeting where we'll elect our officers for the next year.
Okay. Lots going on, a lot of things going on. Approvals, revisions, and subcommittee work that's going on.
Well, at our board meeting last week, we had a number of things that had been brought forward. Some of them were on 28-day review because we present something at a board meeting, and then if it affects money or the residents directly, we go on 28-day review so that we can get their input back. And then the second meeting is when we actually vote on it, yes, no, et cetera. So we did approve the electric vehicle charging stations that we have out here. They were sorely underpriced compared with things in the neighborhoods
Right, so
and
the
all
rates
around.
went up a little bit there.
So the rates went up. Our electricity went up 10%, so we had there. We also increased the golf fees marginally, but a little bit, so that they are contributing to the golf course. And our traffic fines. And that was not a moneymaker, but sort of a punitive thing.
Right.
We have people in this village who think because they live here and it's a closed village, they don't have to obey traffic laws. The big one is stop signs. Anywhere you go, you see them running stop signs.
Sure.
Or maybe a California stop.
It's certainly not.
through.
It's certainly not exclusive to this community in
Right.
terms of rolling stops
But
in
that's
people's
our,
neighborhood.
That's our biggest problem. And then speeding. We have a demographic of older senior citizens who sometimes don't walk that fast and getting across the street or something. So speeding can be a very big thing. So we had to change our traffic rules, hoping maybe to get their attention. So instead of a $25 fine, they may now have a $100 or a $200 fine. And hopefully that will get their attention instead of just paying it and not even thinking about it
Cost
until
of
they
doing
do it for the
business.
next time.
And on the golf fees, I understood that there was kind of an imbalance in terms of the percentages, in terms of how much the member golfer should be paying, and then how much Golden Ring the foundation would cover, right?
Exactly. And it's a 65-35 split, and the golfers pick up 65%. But the big raises that we put were for guests, not residents. Residents were raised $1.
Okay.
But for guests, because we need to keep this for our members and try to keep up our 3 golf courses and everything that we have for them. So every once in a while, things have to go up.
Everything's, the price of doing business,
We did
unfortunately.
approve an additional hour for Pool 5, because people had asked for that.
Okay.
And the other big one was revisions to our traffic rules and regulations. Those have been in place for years, and they still say, for instance, that you've got to have a decal. We haven't used decals for a number of years.
Right, so it's just
that's
it's
out.
kind of
It's
a cleanup of the verbiage.
Clean up, that kind. There isn't anything that's really new on that. And then reestablished, I should say, an energy subcommittee. Energy is a big deal. Like I said, electric goes up about 10% every year.
Sure.
And we need to look, what can we do in the village to keep our electricity bills down, our gas bills down, and still provide the services that we need. And that includes all kinds of different things. It's not just solar or wind or this or that. So they are taking a look at what we can do to maximize our use of energy in the village.
And this maybe looks for inefficiencies, places, and be able to...
Absolutely, that's exactly what it does. And suggests way that we might be able to improve.
Okay.
So every little thing.
Every little thing, tightening those belts. Talk about fixed costs. Like some people, hey, the fees are going up, everything's getting pricier, and why aren't you guys doing more to keep the costs down?
Well, and they don't again understand our governing system, so they don't understand why GRF, who has money, we have a very good reserve plan for 30 years with millions of dollars in there that we need to keep our amenities going, to upgrade when we need to replace when we need to, et cetera. But we can't give our money to the mutuals. It's against the law.
Right.
And the facilities fee that people pay when they move into the village, $7,500, goes to GRF facilities, and it's in a separate account. It's just for the facilities. We can't use it any other way, and we can't give it to the mutuals either. And I just, as Donna wanted to remind everybody, our dues for GRF, which everybody in the village pays, whether you're Third or United or Mutual 50, the towers, you pay, it's $37, I believe now, but it went up $9.97 increase, but 84% of that $9.97 were fixed costs. That's electricity, gas, trash, water, all of these things over which we have no control.
Right. Those are the bills coming into you.
Those are the bills that we have to pay if you want to keep our clubhouses open, if you want to keep our pools heated, all of the good things that we do here that bring people into the village. When we survey people, we find that it's the amenities usually that draw people into our village.
Right. Yeah, and there's such this is such a unique place in terms of the vast amount of amenities and the services and the clubs and they all cost a little bit of money, and it isn't covered by members only. It is covered by those dues and fees. One of the things you guys did with some of those reserves recently is Clubhouse One. They had the grand unveiling a month or so ago.
Absolutely.
What has been the feedback that you've heard in terms of what happened there?
People love it. I get compliments all the time with people that just walk through and say, "Oh, this looks so good. This looks so good." But it's also efficient. We put in energy efficient windows.
Right, efficient lighting. We did the tour.
The sounds and all of this stuff to really bring it up to date. After 60 years, sometimes that needs to be done.
Yeah, and that's what that reserve fund, like you were talking about, is for. It's for those kind of major things.
Fund is.
So there was no special, assessment that went out to everybody to do those things, right?
We have never had a special assessment. And we very carefully use, and we have reserve studies all the time to say, are we putting enough back? It's like a savings account.
Right.
You have a wonderful savings account just in case you need a new roof, or this or that. We know that over the next 30 years, we're going to have to do this and this and this and this.
There's always a just in case. It's just when is it coming.
And we save our money so that when the time comes to do it, we can do it. But you have to keep putting money back into that. You can't just take it out. Pretty soon it gets down to very little. And that's what some of the mutuals are having a problem with right now.
Yeah, and it's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge. As you look ahead, what do you see the next kind of major projects, like a Clubhouse One kind of thing, coming up in terms of its due?
Not with a clubhouse, but we do have a major project coming up, and that's broadband. Because we know that cable television as we know it today is going away. And most people use a lot of streaming now. Some of them have just done streaming on their internet. And we have to prepare for that. We have to make sure that we can support that and what the best way. So we've been working on that for a couple of years too. We're down to 3 companies that we have identified as the best ones for the village. And things will be going forward a little bit faster. So everybody needs to look for information. We certainly will be getting it out. TV6 is high on the list on that.
There we go. I like the sound of that.
Paul Ortiz is just fabulous at knowing what's going on there. He and Robert Carroll are our staff that work with that. And we're going to do the best and it's going to probably cost a little bit less for a lot more.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
So you compare it to anything outside the village, Cox, Spectrum, whatever there, and there's just no comparison. So it's going to be good, but it's going to be a change. And quite frankly, in our village, change is not always accepted easily.
It's a challenge, and the communication that you do here and in the meetings is an important thing to communicate to folks what exactly is going on and what you can and can't do, right?
And it's frustrating when we have an election like we just did, and only a quarter to a third of our members bother to vote. So when people come to me with a complaint, first thing I ask them is, did you vote? And if they say no, for whatever reason, I say, then don't complain.
That's it. You have to be involved to be able to be part of the conversation. What would you say, as you look at a director coming in, what would you say the biggest challenges will be if someone wants to run? Like, what should they be in for? What should they be ready to do?
There's no training for it. Anybody can be a director. All we ask is that you have an open mind when you come in and you look at all aspects. Don't come in saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to change this.
Yeah, a personal agenda is probably a bad idea.
Right, a personal agenda doesn't work because you don't know what has been going on already until you get in, and the committee, the board will tell you, we looked at that, this is why we didn't do it, this is what we're doing, all of these kinds of things. So an open mind, a willingness to learn and to put in the time. It's not just showing up once a month at a meeting. There's lots and lots of work, which is one of the reasons why this is my swan song.
Oh, well.
I am leaving the board next month on November 13th after 14 years.
I was going to say, it's been many years of service.
6 years on United, 6 years on GRF, and 2 on VMS.
You've certainly done your part.
I'm turning it over to the younger generation.
There we go. Well, Anita Seelman, thank you so much for showing up. Folks, remember, get out there and vote. Come to the meetings. Be involved if you can. And if you're interested, maybe become a director. Juanita will walk you through the whole process for as long as she's still on the board.
Training. We do have director training.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Michael.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
What would it feel like to hear better? Many people are trapped in the isolation of poor hearing and don't realize it. Even people that are wearing other hearing aids. They only know the way they hear, not how much better they could be hearing. We've taken patients that were hearing 24% of conversations and improved them to 92%. A life-changing difference. Put on these hearing aids and hear better, automatically. No buttons to push or technology to fear. Artificial intelligence and these products do all the work. Don't settle for less. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Time to play by your own rules. It's out with the old way of getting older and in with the new age of celebrating your age. At Alignment Health, senior health care is all we do. Our Medicare Advantage plans are leading the charge, so you can be the one in charge.
I love being in charge.
Because life should be a celebration, not a resignation. Welcome to a new era of aging. Alignment Health Plan.
Hi, I'm Dan McEachran, and I'd like to introduce you to my son Brandon, who's now helping us carry on our 30-plus years tradition of working in Laguna Woods.
Happy to help carry on my family's tradition.
Yeah, As you know, we build patio enclosures and patio covers. And with summer on us, it might be a good time to give us a call. We'll do a nice job for you.
How do I look?
You're looking really sharp, Brando. Very sharp.
Yeah.
And welcome back. We're going to take a look at our movies for coming up this weekend, starting tomorrow on Friday. We have the Milagro Beanfield War that is brought to us by Providence Mission Hospital. And it's the accidental break of an irrigation valve launches a hot confrontation between the mainly Latino farmers in a tiny New Mexico town and the real estate developers and politicians determined to acquire their land for a golf resort. It's really a great movie. It's a classic. I think it was back in the 80s when it first came out. It's going to be on 2 p.m. with the subtitles, 6 p.m. without the subtitles. If you've never seen it, make sure you see it. It's actually directed by Robert Redford, and it's just a terrific movie. Lots of great actors that you'll recognize in that one, too. Then on Saturday, honestly, this is one of my favorite Will Ferrell movies. I'm not going to lie to you. It's kind of a sleeper. It wasn't as big as some of his, but I love it. It's semi-pro. Will Ferrell, Woody Harrelson. It's brought to us by Hogue, and it's going to be on at 2 p.m. with the subtitles, 6 p.m. without the subtitles. The comedy is set in 1976, where Jackie Moon is a singer who used his profits from his one-hit wonder, Love Me Sexy, to buy a basketball team in the American Basketball Association, which was a real thing back in the 70s, the Flint, Michigan Tropics, and he becomes the owner, the coach, and the starting forward, and it's just a really fun romp, a really kind of wacky. If you like Will Ferrell movies, make sure you check this one out. It's a good one. Hey, Mickey Dolenz, the Monkees, you know him? He's coming. They're coming this Friday, tomorrow. We actually did our best to get him on our show, but we couldn't make it work with his agent that was doing the booking to get out here early enough. We were trying to book him. I think you've seen him on another show that got him in our community here on via Skype call, but we couldn't do it. But anyway, he's going to be here. It is going to be tomorrow at the Performing Arts Center, 7:30 p.m. Tickets are still available, $35, $40, and $45. He's going to be doing all the hits from the Monkees. I'm sure he's going to be talking about a little bit of history of his life and all that kind of stuff. Great show. Get out there and enjoy that. Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees going to be right here in the Village. Sounds fun. Let's take a quick check of the weather before we head out. We got wonderful temperatures coming up for this weekend. The clouds are going to clear up. Our morning clouds like we've had, it's going to keep on going for a little while. Going to have afternoon sunshine. Going to have nice warm temperatures, actually mostly sunny on Saturday. And then we start a little bit of a cooling trend as we head into the rest of the beginning of next week. All right. Tomorrow on the program, we're going to hear from Radnets, and we got Sports Corner with Cole Young, so stay tuned for that one. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.
Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha-Na-Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village Television. Grease for Peace.